Hello.
Hello.
Kia ora. Welcome
to Yarns from the South. This is the second time we've done this.
Guys, you wouldn't believe the nightmare that we've had. Anyway, first of all, we'll tell you about that in a minute. First of all, welcome back, those who have been here before, and kia ora to the new watchers, if you are new. We are Vanessa.
Oh, and I'm Sue. Hi, I'm just going to change the lighting. Thank you.
Does that too much? Yeah,
Dunno.
that's amazing.
Okay.
We are, like we said, Yarns from the South, and we are a knitty and crochet and crafty podcast coming from Invercargill, New Zealand.
At the very south of the bottom of the South Island. Any further south and you're in Antarctica. And alike.
Yeah. So if we seem a little bit forced or strained, it's because
we are.
we filmed a beautiful podcast earlier on today. And then what happened to it, Sue?
Well, my file got corrupted, guys.
Corrupted. Ugh.
So we're using some new tech. So we have beautiful microphones, which hopefully working.
Hello.
Hello. Mm-hmm. From my cousins, John and his wife, Lydia, for Christmas, which is awesome.
Thank you.
I'm invested in a new webcam, which is to give us 4K, whatever that means. For the quality of the screenage, and we were recording fine, but then when we recorded it, it wasn't there, and I've discovered the file's corrupted, and I think it's because I let the laptop go to sleep, despite the fact I was trying not to let the laptop go to sleep. So I think this is the problem. I've tried to rescue it for the last 2 hours. I've not managed. Yes, but that's okay. I don't claim to be a techno whiz, so that's all right.
That's okay. We're here again.
We're here.
So we will get there.
Yeah. And this better save.
All right.
I'm going on the wine.
Yeah.
Don't even
so
drink
Sue's
wine.
had to have 2 hours of delving deep into the technological side of things. I've had to rip around and do a big day of shopping and getting some stuff done. My eldest is off to high school this year, so we had to go get uniform and whatnot. So we're all a bit frazzled.
Yeah.
But we're here again and we will be fine.
Yeah.
All right, let's crack into it.
Okay, cool. So other things we want to say is that we are going to try, this may put me off and I won't want to do it again, but we are, we've booked in our diaries to do regular podcasts throughout the year. So this is our plan.
Yeah. Sue is committed, and because of Sue's commitment, I will be there too, to podcasting actually every month, and not just saying we'll be back next month and then us not turning up for 3 months.
Yeah.
So hopefully we will be around more often. I feel like we are dribbling 3 minutes in, and I think we just need to crack on.
Okay,
yeah.
So we'll be efficient. No, we won't. But who am I kidding? Right. So I do have everything, but it's all just in fact. So finished objects. So I've already told you this once, but I'm going to tell you again. So I have a sock. Surprise, surprise. Beautiful. I haven't got a sock blocker that isn't.
That's lovely.
Yeah. So, and this is on purple sprouting. I've written stuff down, guys. And it's super sock set, 75 merino, 25 nylon, and it's the pink is Holly Go Lightly, and the yellow is mustard yellow. Ooh. So it feels really lovely, actually.
It's so smushy.
Yeah, so smushy. Yes, and they're really nice, and they make me happy.
Well done. That's gorgeous.
So that's all I've got in finished.
Okay.
I've got quite a few whips.
All right. It feels a bit awkward because I've already gone through all of this once this morning, and so I feel like, Sue's heard it all before, but you guys haven't.
No.
So I've got to keep remembering that and actually look at the right place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So towards the end of last year, I really lost my mojo. I just couldn't be bothered at all doing any knitting. And then I found Helen Stewart of Curious Handmade, who is an Australian designer. She does awesome knit vent collections every year coming up to Christmas. And I'm sure this was her 10th year, and I'm sure that she tries to incorporate patterns to use up everyone's knitting advent
Collections.
Collections.
Wait, I think that's the word we were using.
Was that the word? Yeah. So I
can help.
Thank you. Created this beautiful one. This is
gorgeous.
The Anthology Anthology Throw from her latest Knit Vent collection. And it's designed to use up 24 mini skeins. I used a collection of different mini skeins that I had and also just some scraps. It was super, super easy. Most of it is just knit, and there's a little bit of eyelet knitting occasionally. And right at the end, there's a wee, very simple lace pattern sort of thing as in the last few rows. So I can totally recommend if you've lost your mojo and you want something to get into and you're sick of socks, because actually I didn't say that last time, but hello, my name's Vanessa, and I got sick of knitting socks. I did. I know, shock horror. I will get back there, I promise, but this was a good palette cleanser, if you like, and yeah, got my mojo back. So I think I said, Anthology Shawl by Curious Handmade.
And you said a phrase last time, which I wanted to ask you about, and I didn't, but you said it was like chip knitting.
Potato chip knitting.
What is that for the viewers?
Well, yeah, so that's the term. Potato chip knitting is like when you're eating potato chips and you're not thinking and you're just eating and you don't have to think about it. And that's the same as potato chip knitting. Yeah, which you asked me about a while back, and I think I must have got it from a podcast. Yeah. So then, because my mojo was back, I just whipped into the next project, which again was another one from Helen Stewart and her most recent Knit Vent collection. And this
is lovely.
Is a cowl, and I've forgotten the name of it. Oddmints.
Oh,
I did it.
There you go. You
the Oddmint shawl. Cowl. So it's designed for 6 mini skeins, 6 20-gram mini skeins, but she also says that you can use a gradient, and so I did. And this gradient it's a silk merino blend from Holly Berry Designs, which is a New Zealand dyer who isn't dyeing anymore. So, and I've had that skein of yarn for, I think, about 8 years. So I was super excited to find the right pattern for the...
Gradients are lovely, aren't they?
Yeah,
I've not really knitted with a gradient.
That was one, I think the only other gradient I've ever knitted with was another one from Holly Berry, and it was a beautiful red one. And she balled them up 50 grams each. So, and dyed 250 grams and sold them as a set. So I made socks out of them.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's lovely.
And again, it was really easy. A little bit more, had to keep my brain about me a little bit because of the pattern, but still not that difficult. So super exciting.
Lovely.
And love it. Yeah. And then the last little thing that I whipped up was just this cute little cardie.
For me.
Oh, I really wish. There is actually an adult pattern. So it's called Granny's Favourite. Yeah. By, I've forgotten her name. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it? And I didn't. So Sue had said in the other podcast that we did that nobody will see.
Never see it.
She'd said how, there you are. She'd said how focused she was going to be this year, and she's written down show notes and everything. And usually I'm the one who writes show notes, and I didn't this time. But it's Tiki Knits, I think, is she's another New Zealand. Sure, she's a New Zealand designer. I've made a few of these over my time, and they're super, super easy. And I keep looking at the wrong place. There you are again. This is for my niece who is going to be born in February. And yeah, so that's exciting. And the yarn is from the local wool shop in town. It's one of those $4, a ball of wool ones that I can never remember the name of. Something like Woolly or, Yeah.
I know.
Okay.
Cool.
Good job.
I often, when I've done little girl baby knits before, I've done the In Threes cardigan, which is really nice. I'll put the link on there.
Cool.
Yeah, so it's got a nice, similar, and it's got like little ribbing, and it's got 3, like the little kind of like detail across.
Nice,
Yeah.
I'm sure this is the same designer as whoever designed the Milo vest.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Is it? I didn't realise she was Kiwi.
Yeah, I could be completely wrong.
Wow.
Don't quote me.
Don't quote.
I kind of feel like, one moment, please. You carry on, and I will find.
Yeah, I don't have my phone with me. Okay, so whips. It's over here. So, surprise, surprise. I'm doing a sock. So this is me halfway through a sock.
Nice.
This is the finished sock because I'm on Second Sock Island. Don't know if you've been to Second Sock Island. I made that up. So these.
It's so beautiful.
These are for Jim. He saw me finish the pink ones. I said, "Oh, can I have a pair of socks?" I'm like, "Oh, okay." And he was about to go to Scotland. So with 4 weeks to go, I started a pair of socks, and I didn't finish it. So he's coming back on Sunday, so I'm trying to finish it, but we'll see. I might do. I'm trying hard anyway. And so this is on a beautiful sock set where you get 2 minis. I don't know. She does have some, the lady, but not this one at the moment. So I got this for my 40th from Vanessa, and this is Dreamfire Artisan, who's Kiwi dye, and it's 80-20, 80 merino, 20 nylon, and the main colour is called Sapphire Gold, and the mini is Ginger Nut, and I think I just had to work out, but I think the grey is called Thunder Cloud. So yeah, but I am going to try, and that's just the vanilla simple sock that we talk about a lot. But I am going to try and do a different pattern this year, which I don't think I mentioned last one, so I'll mention. So that's, yeah. And then
I think you've done a really good job. And I think you're going to smash it out before Sunday. So
yeah.
Or by the time he comes.
Yeah. His flight's delayed, so he's probably not going to get in till dead late now. So he might get it Monday morning. Yeah. So, and so I've bought...
I'll just jump in and say yes. This is Tiki Knits and Georgie Hallam, and it is the same designer
Lovely.
that designed the Milo. Yeah,
Nice.
cool.
So I bought some other crafting things to make things that isn't knitting. So I bought some needlepoint. Never needle pointed before. Why did I bother? I hear you say. So I was watching another one of our faves who we talk about all the time, Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful and This Little Wonderful Life. She went to a knitting fair market at the end of November, and she bought a small needle point from Hannah Bass, who's a UK designer, does some really funky designs. Had a look on her website, and she actually does maps. And I was quite interested because she does maps of different cities, and she does one of York. So put it on a frame.
Very cool.
So this is a map of York, and this is where I'm from. Yeah, why I've got York. Yeah. So yeah.
Is it just English cities?
No. Yeah. So lots of American cities, like. I think there's San Francisco in there, and there's New York and Chicago, and then lots of other and then there's London, and lots of cities.
That's so cool.
And so you can make it into a cushion, or you can frame it. So I've put it on a frame. Haven't actually tried it on the frame yet, but I thought it just might be easier as it gets bigger. So it's going to be quite a long project. It's not very quick, and so with the the needle point, it's if you've done cross stitch before, which is normally the 2, you just do the slant and you just go in the same direction. So I'm fairly new to it. It's not perfect. I've redone a few bits.
Really good though. I don't know what needlepoint, what a good needlepoint looks like, but it looks really even and tidy, but fiddly. I think.
Yeah, it's like I've got quite good eyesight, but I can tell my eyesight's starting to go. So I've really enjoyed. I did that on my Christmas holidays when I was up in Rotorua with Auntie Claire.
Cool.
So that's been lovely. So that's in progress. And then my other in progress, that's going to fall, is this. Well, I've got 2 more. This is the part 1 of the part 2. Ooh. So this is some weaving.
It's beautiful.
So it's not finished. So this will be tea towels. So I've been weaving. So this has been woven on, I can't tell you the size, but it's been on what's called a rigid heddle. And I borrowed quite a largish rigid heddle from a friend and Sarah. And between Sarah and our friend Leslie has helped me get going. So this is just scraps of cotton, and then I bought some cotton. So the idea will be that I'll zigzag along the edge, I'll wash it, dry it, and then I will chop it up and sew it and make it into tea towels.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you can hear all of that and maybe see some pixies in the background, that's my kids. But they are doing a really good job of being very quiet and playing quietly back there. Anyway, moving on.
So this was just to introduce me to weaving. And then I decided, I will get a loom, but I decided I wanted a slightly smaller one just so it's a bit more portable and I didn't have to keep it up all the time. So I bought a bear with. Okay, it doesn't really matter that way. So this is a samplet loom, rigid heddle, and it's 16 inches. Just double check that, but I'm pretty sure it is 16 inches. And I bought it as a part of a beginner's, but you could introduction to weaving, but you could do it if you don't have to be a beginner. But I bought it as a part of a kit, and from Ashford's, who are very well known craft place that make manufacturers. Thank you. I can't think of the word. Who make spinning wheels and looms and alike. So very good quality. Shout out to Auntie Claire and to Merv, her husband, who helped me. Merv helped me put it. He put it together. I didn't help. Let's be honest. And Claire helped me warp it. I had warped a little bit before, but she helped me warp it. So that's awesome. So so this is the boucle you get with it to make a scarf, and you get the pattern, and in the kit you get lots of stuff to get you going. So
cool.
Yeah, I really enjoy it.
I absolutely love it. I'm excited to see what else you make, and I'm also completely inspired to get one myself.
They're my. So not just knitting. So doing a bit.
You're like so well-rounded as a crafter.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
You're done. All right. Well, my whip is pretty quick. I am trying to complete my, I think they're called Endelaus. Yeah. Endelaus mitts by Skeindeer knits. And it's part of her Matchy Matchy collection from last year. Could have even been the year before, actually, 2021. I absolutely love how it's knitting up. There's a couple of mistakes there, but we don't need to, dwell on that.
Well, and
That way. Sorry,
No,
I keep forgetting where I'm looking. And the yarn is Vintage Pearls, her Superstar base. The sport weight, and I absolutely love it. So yummy and smushy. If you're a long-term viewer of the podcast, I made a cowl last year sometime.
And socks.
Out of the same. This is the same yarn as the cowl.
Right, got you.
Yeah. So I've got enough for a hat as well, which is all part of the collection. So that's my aim, is to get them all done. Yes, and I'm still going on those socks, which I didn't bring because I thought, I've already shown those. I will get there. It's just about brain space, and especially like last year, I just couldn't deal with anything that wasn't, necessary. So that's why good old easy knit round and round and round is. But this is not too bad. This it does require a little bit of brain space, and you have to be focused, and so it's not social knitting, but it's still not that difficult. So hoping to get that done before winter would be nice.
Excellent.
That's all my whips.
Lovely.
Wow, whips that we need to talk about.
Okay. Cool. So acquisitions. So spoken about it. So one I didn't mention, and I actually haven't got it to show you, but Stephen West, off of the mystery knit-alongs that it does each year, September-ish time each year. He's doing a like a book, but it's like downloaded. A pattern is downloaded each month of socks, so it's like a year of socks. So friend Hannah mentioned it, and so it's like €34, so it was about $60 Kiwi, and you get a pattern when you first buy it, and then you get the January pattern because I bought it in January, and then each month a new pattern will kind of enter your inbox.
I'm just trying to look at. So it is part of West Knit's Year of Socks.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's an e-book. Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah, and some of the patterns just on the main cover look really cool. So so that's exciting. So I think that'll be good to get some new techniques, and for me to feel a bit more confident, move away from the vanilla sock.
And so I'm guessing he'll have tutorials throughout for any. And his tutorials are so awesome. It'll be a good way of learning new techniques.
And also his colours can be quite out there, so if it gives you the opportunity, you can do your own colours. And I think I'm going to do the painting bricks, and you can just use your own bits of scrappy yarn and stuff. So
cool.
Yeah, so that's exciting. So I don't know where I put it. So just a couple of other things. I think so. This was
so pretty.
A yarn I bought when I was shopping for Vanessa. I also bought myself little things. So this is just a sock yarn from Rainy Days, and I don't know why it's just a sock, but it just feels like I only buy sock yarn now. However, so that is called Cool Flowers. Cool flowers, 85% merino, 15 nylon. Really like the sparks of colour there.
From Woodville. I grew up in Paietua, which is just down the road from Woodville.
I also got this lovely yarn from Vintage Pearls for a Christmas present, and this is on her Tanner Hill base, her new base, which is named after the farm that her ancestors emigrated to New Zealand from. Really lovely, completely my colour. It's doesn't really. I think it's more. It's not quite an 8. Is it an 8 ply?
Yeah, that's 8 ply.
Oh yeah, nice. Yeah, so that's lovely.
And I think because there's something to do with this yarn, like the merino, like it's a lot more, what do they call that, toothier than some of our other stuff. But there's something, I can't remember, there's something special about this
it's
fibre
we
as
can
well.
link it onto it.
Yeah.
We'll link on the website, yeah. And I think that's all I'll show.
Okie dokie. All right, acquisitions. So because I got caught up in the Advent fever, and it's really cool that there's more New Zealand dyers doing Advents, definitely. Just a few years ago, it was, nobody was, so nice to see that there's more available. But of course, they get bought up so quickly that it's hard to get in there. And
you've gotta be in the know, don't you?
Yeah, and you've got to be watching for it. So
pre-orders go quick.
Yeah. So I didn't manage to get sometimes they start in July, and I never get those ones in July.
And sometimes I don't even want to think about December and July.
I'm always thinking about it. I love Christmas. Anyway, I was very, very fortunate to be able to just jump on. I'm pretty sure it was start of December. I managed to jump on and find Prosper Yarns, who's a New Zealand dye yarner. Did I say that? Yarn dyer, that's better. Who was doing a 24 mini skein advent, but she also was doing a 12 days of Christmas mini skein advent. So I managed to get the 12 days, and you can see my terrible chipped nail polish and all of these beautiful.
Wonder if we take a photo, then I can try and insert it.
Ooh, insert here, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
But there's.
So lovely.
So her inspiration was a beach photo, a New Zealand beach photo. So golden sand beaches, beautiful blue waters. There was a Pahutakawa, I think, somewhere. And you can really see she's done so well in, translating that into yarn, dyed yarn. Beautiful.
So lovely.
I love them.
You can really imagine, it's really is a Kiwi beach.
Yeah. And that was the 100 gram skein that came for Christmas Day.
That's lovely.
It's called Yuletide. And yeah, you can imagine like it's beach foam or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I'm thinking I might make another anthology throw, but use this to in between these colours to sort of stretch it out a bit, because of course the anthology throw is for 24 skeins, but you could actually cut it a wee bit. No, you don't have to do the whole 24. So that was that recent purchase. And then I also got another Vintage Pearls Christmas box. So there were several different options that you could pick from, and her inspiration picture was this that she popped up. Oh gosh, can you see that all right? It's called Bookends. This was called Bookends. And the bookends that she was talking about is the, that's a bookend. And so in vintage books, they often use beautiful marbled paper. And so this was the yarn that came with it. It's Superstar Sport Weight again. Oh, and it's again that beautiful mushy deliciousness. And because I think she's discontinuing the Superstar yarn, so I just kind of wanted to lap it up as much as possible. And then you also got some yummy fudge, which got eaten quite quick. A wee postcard size calendar, and it's got pictures of her cats, and she always gives us lots of cat
spam.
Love. Cat spam. A cute little bookmark, some stickers. Oops, yeah. Some stitch markers, and a couple of different note cards. And they are cards rather than paper, so you can do what you like with them. And also a soap. Nice. I think we get soap all the time, every thing. So I've got plans for this. I think I'm going to make it into a shawl. So watch the space.
Lovely.
The other choices of boxes, there was a beautiful one that was inspired by floral. I'm not sure, I can't completely remember, but it had beautiful pinks in it, and that was on her Tannehill base as well.
Cool.
One of our knitty friends, Jodie, got that one, and it looks amazing. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. All right.
Cool. Okay, so now we've reached my cousin's favourite part of the show, and that's John and Lydia, and we'll go into reading corner. What have you been reading, Vanessa? I've just added that in.
Yeah, and I still don't know that.
No, I might not do that because I generally go first, but that's fine. So I'm just going to whip through this. So I did a big explanation before. You're not going to get such a big explanation now, I don't think. So I'm an Audible book kind of Audible listener. Find reading, I can read. I've got dyslexia, and I find concentrating a bit tricky on half a stuff article. So anyway, so I've been listening to Camper and Criminals by Tonya Kappes. So basically, it's a lady who ends up owning a caravan park in the American South, and in a town called Normal, and she ends up making friends with the ladies at the local laundrette. Yeah, and basically she does good. Her husband was quite corrupt and ended up like stealing off people off the town, so she has to prove herself. So she makes good, and then there's a few murders. Yeah, so quite light reading, but nice. Some interesting accents.
Oh, cool.
Some interesting characters, actually. Some nice characters. And a bit of love interest. Always a bit of love interest. Also, I've been listening to a new Miss Marple, 12 authors who have written 12 new Miss Marple stories inspired by Agatha Christie's style. So, which is really cool.
That sounds awesome.
Sounds really good. And a podcast I've been listening to is called How to Fail with Elizabeth Day. And I think she's a journalist in the UK or a writer. And basically she's talking to celebrities about how failures actually help their success. So without a failure, they weren't able to build resilience, or a different path didn't happen. So that's quite refreshing.
Is that just on? Where is that on? Audible?
No, where you get all your podcasts from. So I think wherever you want to get your podcasts from. I just got it from Apple. Yeah. I don't think it's a BBC one. So really easy listening, and quite reaffirming. And a bit of TV. Well, I was just watching, because I love a bit of misery to cheer me up. I was watching a bit of Happy Valley. And it just reaffirmed myself as a Yorkshire person, because I am a Yorkshire person living in New Zealand. I'm half Kiwi. And I don't know if you've seen Happy Valley, but it's based in Hebden Bridge. And every situation, a cup of tea is offered.
Well, yeah.
So, and it's like, and they drink a lot of tea. And I also drink a lot of tea.
Sometimes you get a bit of stick for drinking so much tea, don't you, here in New Zealand? Yeah.
And also the type of tea, because I drink Yorkshire tea. Proper tea.
Aye.
Proper tea for proper water. Yes, and actually, watching Happy Valley made me realise, which the irony is in the title, because it's not happy, not a laugh in it. Yes, actually, there's no wrong time for tea.
Yeah. You're just doing.
It's my culture.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's what I was basically born in a bath of tea. Yeah. That's all I've got to say on the matter.
All right. Cool.
Thank you.
All right.
What have you been reading?
Well, It's been a long time since I've actually picked up a physical book because I have started to do a lot of Audible books because they are a lot easier to do two things at once, like cook dinner or knit or go for a walk. But so over the Christmas New Year break, we went down to Stewart Island for a week, and I just happened to look on my phone one morning and it told me that Goodreads told me that Hannah, our friend, knitty friend Hannah.
We better mention some of the people.
So because we've mentioned a few, we better say hi Lynn and hi Mary and hi Alana.
And Jodie.
And we've already mentioned Jodie, but hi Jodie.
Oh, yeah, okay. And Sarah, already said Sarah.
Hi Sarah and Leslie.
Yeah. And hi, my other cousin Louise.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
And thank you for coming. So Goodreads told me that Hannah was wanting to read a book, and so I thought, that's cool, and I remembered the name of it. And then, like about an hour later, I was in a little shop on Stewart Island, which is a tiny. It's not a very big place,
No.
and that book was for sale. And I thought, well, that's a sign from the universe. I need to get this book. So it's called, The Bookseller. At the end of the book, I'm sure you can read that.
Maybe that's for, we don't know.
Well, who knows? I'm not sure.
Use a mirror.
So it's written by, I think it's quite new. Written by a woman called Ruth Shaw, and it's her memoir. And she lives in Manapori. I think she's from Christchurch originally. And it's just, her wee story of her life. She owns a couple of tiny little bookshops in Manapori now. And when I had no idea what it was about, I just thought, cute little memoir book, great. Picked it up in the first few pages. Yes, it is cute. Lovely. She talks of, kind of an idyllic, small childhood, and she intersperses her story with little anecdotal stories of people who come through her bookshop. And it's quite cute. And then whammo, she just lays it all raw. And she's had some really tragic, things that have happened in her life. So I'm only halfway through. I'm absolutely loving it. It's easily read. It's not too hard, but it's still gripping, and it keeps you there. And also because you can tell she's a real bookie kind of person because she's thought about the whole experience for the reader. So the feel of the book is delicious and beautiful. Like I showed before, that those the bookends are such a cool, really cool. I just think, and just even the feel of the paper is beautiful. So it's totally well worth picking up.
And I've bought it as well.
Yeah. So that's what I've been reading. I'm, just doing a little bit of mindless watching telly at the moment, but I'm not really, into anything. Oh, a bit of Wednesday, actually. I've got on the Wednesday bandwagon on Netflix. Netflix. Yeah.
Cool. Oh, I'm feeling really nervous about pressing the end button because I'm really hoping
if this hasn't recorded, then
we're all going on the one.
We're done.
We're done. We really are done.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we hope you're all well. If you're in the wintry side of the world, we hope you're keeping warm and safe. And And
if you're over here on the summer side of the world, we hope you're keeping cool and managing to get some shade. I think in the last podcast that you'll never see, we talked about how Invercargill gets a lot of stick for being cold usually and having terrible weather, but we're actually having amazing weather this summer, and pretty much the rest of the country are having rain and floods. So if you are in that boat, I didn't even mean to pun then, I hope that you are safe and that things are okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay, well, thank you very much for getting to the end. We hope we still had enough energy for you. And we really hope this saves. But thank you so much for watching. If you don't already subscribe, please like and subscribe. We really want to get the channel going this year. So thanks very much.
See you in February.
Bye.
Definitely.
Bye.